The next one is the FET compressor, otherwise known as field effect transistor. Catchy title. So they use transistor circuits to operate, and they respond very, very quickly to signal. Now, these work very similar to a VCA compressor, but whereas a VCA responds to the voltage of the incoming signal, the FET works with the electrical field as a whole, in addition to the voltage. So I know that, yeah, doesn't really make a lot of sense. And I won't bore you with the details of all of that because it's all a bit confusing, let's face it. But the main things you need to know are what they sound like and where you'd use them. So the main traits of this compressor is that it's super fast in both its attack times and release times. They tend to be quite colourful and gritty sounding, but that's because of how quickly they work, they can introduce distortion quite quickly. That can be quite a good thing. I really enjoy that trait, and I use these compressors for that very reason, to give that kind of sound, to give that color. They also tend to be quite bright and quite punchy as well. So what would you use them for? Well, you generally would use them on drums, guitars, bass, more aggressive applications. It can also be excellent for parallel compression because when you slam these compressors, you get a lot of vibe, a lot of color, a lot of, as I said before, grit and distortion. When you're mixing that into a signal, it can give you a lot of energy. The most famous FET compressor will be the Uri 1176. It's probably my favorite compressor of all time, if you could even choose one. It's just so vibey and so characteristic. It's definitely not something that you'd put on a master bus or for something very, very subtle. You're using this more to make a bit of a statement, even though you can use it for subtle things. In general, you're using this for a bit more of a statement, and you're not necessarily using this to be transparent. You're using it for its color. You're using it for its vibe.